Lush forest trails, a killer descent, and a flowy reservoir trail. We're riding a top trail trio as we hunt down Hong Kong's 10 best bike rides right here on Drone and Phone. So welcome to another episode of Hong Kong's 10 best bike rides. We're just off Route Twisk here, Tai Mo Shan behind us, Hong Kong's tallest mountain. It's a mountain bike ride today. Where are we going, Rob?
Today we're going to be taking the Ho Poi Trail. We're going to be doing half of that trail and then entering onto a flat section with some rock gardens. And after that, we're going up Tin Man to take the biggest descent on the Tai Mo Shan network. After that, though, we're then heading on to Tai Lam Chung for a ride around the reservoir.
Now, I've heard a lot about Tin Man. It's one I've always wanted to do. Really excited about this. Let's get going.
Come on.
Hong Kong's trail network offers unparalleled options for hikers with a plethora of routes densely packed into the region. The sport lacks for nothing. When it comes to cycling, though, the options still lag behind. So we're out on a road trip to find Hong Kong's 10 best bike rides, to find a variety of terrain and routes to suit just about every level of rider. Ho Poi Trail entrance is accessed from Route Twisk and marked with a large sign. Beyond there, signs guide you on up to the trailhead. Well known for its custom-built switchbacks, it descends rapidly under the park's immense jungle canopy. For sure, it's not a beginner's trail, but I'm going to give it a go. Tai Lam Country Park is a mecca for mountain bikers. Saturday to Sunday, trails are abuzz with weekend warriors and groups hurtling down sections in formation. Ride a weekday though, and most of the trail will be all yours. Early on, there are some pretty steep skill testing sections. In the summer, Ho Poi gets greasier as the months go on. We're riding in dry season, so we've got some grippy ground, but I'm still leaving some technical sections for Robbie to ride. So I've got to say, this trail compared to the last two we've done is a lot more challenging, should I say. I mean, it's actually not that difficult to cycle, but the path is very steep and the path is very thin and there's a very steep fall if you get it wrong, which I did very nearly at one point. Plus I've got all the gear, so I'm not really the best person to talk about this. But I think if you're a mediocre mountain biker and you want a bit of a challenge, from what I've seen so far, and it's still very early days, I think you'd have a lot of fun up here, but make sure you've got a helmet on. The trail continues its gradual descent along some long sections that are pretty flat, flanked by terraces of dense forest, rolling on with no end in sight. In between are little technical sections, some on the edge of sheer drops that require a bit of nerve to ride. Beyond this, some faster flow sections await, where you can get on a good pace. Views are not a priority during a day's riding here, but we look out across Yuen Long and onto Shenzhen at a trail intersection. We leave Ho Poi Trail, turning left onto a contour trail and some more flow trail and a few rock garden challenges. About 15 minutes on, take the second set of stairs up the left and up to the road. So that's the first section done. Now we're going to get on the road and we're going to do a long climb up to start the next mountain bike, the downhill, the Tin Man, famous one. Let's see how long it's going to take us to get up there. The road section isn't favoured by everyone, especially in the summer, but the long, slow climb gets you directly up to Tin Man trailhead. The It's well shaded and the views down into the forest are a nice distraction. Just keep turning right at junctions until you see the trail's enormous wooden sign. The trailhead gets you up to speed fast along an easy descent before you're suddenly hurtling down tight winding corridors. Tin Man was designed with the help of expert trail builders from overseas. The past few years have seen its once smooth, flowy surface eroded by years of torrential rains. The trail is crammed full with berms and switchbacks that use up as much of the mountainside as possible to result in a remarkably long descent that's made it one of the most popular trails in recent years.
And that was the legendary Tin Man. Well, I gotta say, 50-50, certainly easy in some places or rideable for me in some places, but also I was a little shaky at times as well, so I enjoyed it, but I'm not rushing back, put it that way.
I'm going back.
Leaving Tin Man, we turn right, following signs to the final trail in our trio, Tai Lam Chung. Offering both road and off-road sections, it is favoured by cross-country riders.
So this last section for me is definitely the most fun. A much easier trail, though flat, but really beautiful along the reservoir as well.
The off-road trail begins just after crossing a narrow bridge. Bamboo lines the first section, whooshing past in mesmerising patterns. It's one of those trails that beginners can enjoy, flat with very few technical sections, and with it being mostly shaded, it's a great choice even in the summer. The reservoir offers some fine views. The road section views, which we covered in another episode, are a bit more expansive, but you're not shortchanged in any way. There is one section where you'll need to get off and carry your bike down a steep set of steps. It's not the best of arrangements, but it has been improved recently. At the bottom we find pools and waterfalls heading down to the reservoir. The trail carries on along some nice flowy sections before exiting us out onto the road. From there we follow signs back to the main road and onto the Gold Coast for lunch.
Well, that's it for this episode. This was an exhilarating trail. In fact, 3 trails in total, varying in difficulty. I would say the first being the hardest and then gradually getting easier as you go along. I found it really good fun. How was it for you, Rob?
I loved it. I mean, TMS is like the dark underworld of trails with all those lush green dark forests, and then you come onto Tai Lam Chung and it's all light and you've got that flowy trail. Loved it.
It was really good fun. Now, if you're just finding this for the first time, you'll find all of our episodes, lots more adventures nicely catalogued on our YouTube channel and also on our website at droneandphone.com. For now, my name's DJ.
I'm Robbie.
And this is Drone and Phone. I'm a runner, I'm not a cyclist.
No excuse.